Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio.
Production.
7 Mile Radio.
What's going on? What's going on, y'all? It's Soul Ties Talk. And this week, we talking about the dating pool. Why is it so hard to meet someone that balances or complements you these days? We got Lady T and we got Shawnnie up in the house. And as you know, we got our special guest host, Nina Ross. And we got, and to my right, we got BJ here. Say what up, though.
What up, y'all? Y'all all right?
Okay. So we gonna have fun with this show today. We hope y'all enjoy it. And Shawnnie and Lady T, y'all go ahead and kick it off.
Well, I'm so excited about this show because it's we're gonna talk about dating, and in this day and age, it's something that I'm not really familiar with. So I'm looking forward to the information that we share and the experiences that we have, so we just gonna present this show as in a question and answer format. You know, we have some questions we'll put out. You know, everybody have a chance to speak on them and see, you know, what it's like what's going on and how we all perceive things to be in the dating world today when you're trying to find a mate. Of course, we are specifically talking about people who are marrying, who are dating to marry, because that's where we are. We're not just casually dating. We are dating to find a mate to marry.
Everybody not dating to marry, though.
I know, that's the
Somebody's
issue.
phone over here is
Why I'm clarifying. We are speaking about dating to marry. If you just casually dating, that's a different show for you. But this show is about meeting somebody that you like, that you're compatible with, and how do you progress that dating from dating to an actual marriage or sometime a long-term commitment.
Right, exactly. Because that was what it should be about.
That's what dating should be about.
Dating to marry. Okay, I got a question. So what are some questions that you ask on the first date?
You know, I'm so quiet. I don't have a lot of dating experience, so I'm so quiet on the first date. If somebody met me on the first date and then met me like 3 days later, they'd be like, this is a whole different person, because I'm really just taking you in. I'm really just observing you. I'm like,
so you're not being yourself on that.
I don't know if I'm not being myself.
Yeah.
I'm just being really observatory and just trying to find out if, you know.
You trying to
you're not
find out
asking
more
questions,
things without asking?
Yeah,
maybe?
I'm just watching. I'm watching how you're talking to the waitress. I'm watching how you're speaking to me. I'm interested in what you are speaking on. I'm just really listening at that point. I'm just like, it's not a job interview. It's just I'm really observing. You know, I'm really observing.
Well, I mean, yeah,
but
it's
like the second and third date, I'm gonna start asking you those follow questions like, oh, well, you said this,
okay.
and you know,
Bro,
what does that mean exactly?
What questions you asking on the first date?
A variety of questions. That's what dating is, getting to know a person.
Yeah.
You know, because you can date a person all your life and still don't know
Mm-hmm.
them.
A little closer to your mic, bro.
Something come up and you be like, I ain't know that. Why you didn't tell me this? You know, so it's basically all about what you're looking for, what you're accepting, and what all that person brings to the table and how you make you feel. You know, so dating, that's what it is. You find out what that person like, what y'all gonna do, how can y'all correspond, interact, all that. Because I've been married. So I've been married, divorced, dating, and all that. So it's just a variety of different stuff you go through. You know what I'm saying? And today's dating is modern. It's not
so
traditional.
modern.
No.
So that's why I make it so difficult, because it's not traditional. It's all modern.
Yeah.
It's
You
so
know what I'm saying?
modern.
Everybody going off what they see.
Yeah,
To
that's
perceive,
social media.
You know, you ain't being yourself. You trying to be a boss and you ain't even got a job.
Yep.
Yeah.
But you up here talking about you a boss and all this and all that. So it's just so modern that the traditional is just gone. So
Yeah, that's why I'm so
that's what
lost.
makes the dating so hard, because a lot of people don't know about, the courting your girl
And really
Doing
getting
the
to know
fundamentals
them.
of
yeah,
dating.
they done lost it all.
You
You
know,
know,
because in
what
our
I'm saying?
day we had you had to actually get the pen and paper and go talk to somebody and get the number. You know, now on social media you can see somebody and go in their DM.
Right.
The
And
popcorn
then you
age,
really
everything.
getting to
Even
know
when
that
you-
person you see on Facebook. You still don't know who that person
Hell
really
no.
is.
Even when you pull up to go get the date, what you do? I'm outside.
Yep.
Bum, I'm outside. You don't go up to the door, knock on the door no more.
Yeah.
Go in and make sure she good. She might be running late, whatnot. Sit down and have a seat.
Yeah.
Chill out for a minute. But you
Give it
come
time.
on, what you doing? What you come on? You know, that's just all but what we
It's the
perceive. What we
popcorn.
see.
Everybody want it right now. It's
Right
just like
now,
get it
you know
right.
what
Like
I'm
be
saying?
like the instant,
know?
just add water and stir age.
Yep.
That's a really good point, because just who driving, who gonna pick who up? Are we gonna meet at the place? I mean, I don't really like to drive, but you can't
One of
trust
y'all
nobody
phones is
these
still
days.
up.
And Nina, what do you think?
Wait a minute. This might be me.
Nina?
Yeah. This might be me.
Yeah.
So what you think, Nina?
I think, of course, dating has changed. Society has changed. So that put a lot of pressure on people, to me, to come correct. You know, when we was in our 20s, like I said, dating was different, you know, but it was like, you really wasn't looking for nothing back then. You know what I mean? You just was at the bar. You like, girl, let me tell you how many of y'all guys I done met last night. You know, that's the conversation, you know. It wasn't like, oh, I think I met my soulmate. You know, you wasn't talking like that back then, you know. So as everybody has evolved, once you really in your 30s and your 40s and you started seeing, like, you know what I'm saying, I need to shoot my move. I need to get myself better prepared to not just date anybody. And when I tell some of my friends, I say, you can't just, it's different when you're dating somebody. You don't marry anybody. And that's the difference. You might date somebody that's a little lame. You know what I'm saying? Not
But
together.
that's how you get to know that they're lame, right? That's how you
Definitely.
get to know them is
There, sometimes you can build a lame up to what you want it to be.
Yeah.
You know, bring out something that didn't know it can be brought out.
But that's only if it's inside of that person.
gotta be the
to
right
built
person.
up,
Exactly.
know what
If
I'm
you really
saying?
want to make some changes
It
in
might
yourself.
it might be a lame who just want a female to take care of him. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But then, but it might be a guy who just really hard on his look. Who's perceived as a lame, but you can build him up to be, you know,
And
that
then
man.
a lot of friends like detour you sometimes when you find somebody and you might really like them, but if they don't like them, you agree with they feel. Or
friends
feel like,
and
you know
family.
what I'm
That's
saying?
such an issue.
You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
Then down the road, you know, you find out this was a good person.
Indeed.
Now everybody like, man, I knew you know what I'm saying? I basically say follow your heart, because they don't never lie. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you feel. I mean, do what you do and don't let other people, you know, get involved with what you on your decision.
Right.
Unless it's really your best friend that's really got your back and interacting and understand where you coming from.
And it makes sense.
Yeah, because you can't be married talking to a single person.
No.
What you gonna get out of that?
Yeah,
You know what
that's
I'm
right
saying?
there.
So and then that occurred too, because you got a lot of
Exactly.
females that's divorced and separated. So you starting to date, so you bringing something to the table that he ain't used to, because you've been married. So
Right.
you looking for him to do stuff that your husband been
Looking
doing.
in the field
Exactly.
He ain't
for
ready
it.
for
He
him.
ain't,
Yeah,
he
that
ain't
was
even
bad.
been turned on to that yet.
Yeah, so now you feel
Yeah.
like, this nigga a bum. Nah, baby girl, he just ain't what you doing right now. That ain't what he on right now. He want to go to the bar and take you out to eat. You want to sit down and watch a movie at home and all that, and don't go nowhere. Because you used to being home with your husband. So now you got somebody that want to get out and do things. You like, no, I'm okay. I want to. So now he feeling some type of way. I'm straight on her. I'm going to the next one that's vibing like I am.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that make a
That's
point.
where
That make a
being
difference
compatible
too.
come in.
Yeah, all that can play a role. You know what I'm saying? People feel like it don't because I'm married. I know what I'm doing. You know, but you can't base marriage off dating. Them two different situations. You know what I'm saying? Because with marriage, you obligated. Dating, you're not obligated.
Right.
So yeah, so all that play a role. You don't look at all that. Yeah.
All right. So, what are some of y'all love languages? That's what a lot of people.
Oh, you know.
A lot of people don't know their love language.
I
Yeah.
know my love language.
I know
is,
mine.
I say, damn, lady T, you don't know nothing about
Yeah.
yourself. That's why
Yeah,
you single.
That's why
Wait,
she be on the date,
I
ain't
don't
be on the
know
date,
my
ain't saying
language.
shit. I ain't telling nothing about nothing. I'm
You
watching.
have active services.
I
trying
don't
to
know
tell
nothing
you.
about me.
I'm trying to tell you,
Damn,
I'm so private.
You have
But,
gifts,
um,
active services.
I love acts of service. That is really my love language. My primary love language is acts of service. Like, I don't care. I'm not really particular, but acts of service is my primary love language.
You know this for sure. Yes, it's just what you like.
No, I know this for sure.
So
Like,
somebody helping you wash the dishes will just turn you completely on.
Yeah. Yeah. Helping in the kitchen? Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Like,
Nina,
we gonna
what's
be,
your love
because we're going to be smooching in the kitchen.
I think I can guess Nina love language.
You guessed it.
I don't know.
I
I think Nina love language would be gifts.
Gifts.
She love gifts. Like,
That's
yeah,
true.
baby, yeah.
Yeah,
She love
yeah.
gifts.
That
She
little
like
Pisces,
when we bring
that
stuff
little
to
Pisces
work.
love gifts.
And
Yeah.
be like, look, Nina, look what I got you. You know, she real big on gifts.
Yeah.
So I would say that.
That definitely probably would be
Yeah.
Mine's-
DJ, what's yours?
Active services and affection.
Okay. Physical touch.
Definitely.
What's
physical
yours,
touch.
babe?
You already know, man.
I already know yours.
Yeah. Affection. You know what I'm saying?
Physical touch. I would
say mine would be. I think I like gifts. I think mine would be gifts.
Yeah.
I can
I
believe
feel
that. I can believe that too.
Yeah, you should
Yeah.
believe it.
Yeah, I believe that. 100%.
Like,
Indeed.
I
She's
think
like,
I
yeah, that
love
sounds
gifts.
good. I use that one for me too.
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah. I think mine would be
But see,
gifts.
gifts can be presented in different ways, though. You know, you can give a gift out of anger. You can give a gift out of love.
Right.
You can give a gift just because.
Out of guilt.
So you know what I'm saying? Out of guilt. You know,
Right.
All that, you know. So all depends on what you're doing and what you're trying to do. You know. So it's the difference when you give a gift out of anger, and when you give one when you really just put your heart into it.
Yeah.
It's a totally different feeling and all that.
Yeah, it don't matter the price of the gift. Just something that you know.
It's the thought. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
the
It's just
thought.
like
I'm
you
trying to
know.
think if I ever gave a gift out of
Hey,
anger.
T-Bob.
Because he gave me a gift that was a book that he created. And it was just
It was
like,
about our story.
I love it so much. I'm like, look at you.
When I say out of anger, I mean like she been bugging you to do something. You be like, fuck, damn, all right, shit. You go buying and shit, but you pissed off buying it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That don't mean shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what I
Right.
mean when I say, you know, when you pissed off out of anger. And shit.
Yeah. So really, you just pacifying. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Get out my
Yeah.
face. Here you go.
Here you go.
Should be irritated.
That ain't that. Nah, I don't like that. Look.
Nah, you like shit. I don't even want it.
Yeah,
Right.
That
yeah.
shit. You know what I'm saying?
So, who pays for dates? That's a big thing.
I say
Man.
both. Majority of the men though. But
First date. We
I
talking
say
first date.
on the first date, of course. I'm
mean-
gonna say the man. You know what I'm saying? Because you trying to establish that I'm gonna lead this relationship. You know what I'm saying?
okay,
I'm
now
trying-
stop right there.
But I don't agree.
What if she decided she want to pay?
Because
And then what I would say, I'll
She
be
a
like,
sugar mama.
what I'd say is,
I'm not no
what-
sugar mama.
No, what I'm gonna say is this time I'm gonna be like, hey, this time I got it, but I don't have no problem with that. So next time it's on you. I'll just be like,
But
it's
that,
next
what if
time.
that's her thing?
She
just
a
gonna
sugar
say,
mama.
yeah.
That's weird.
Then,
If
yeah,
that's
But
her
she
thing,
might pay that
that's
one
kinda
time and you
odd.
pay for the rest of your life.
That's okay.
But I'm
I
just
feel
saying,
like
she might be doing that just to see how you react.
Hey,
See
but
how
I
you
don't
feel.
think it's a.
but
That's
see, at
too
the
much
same-
games
Ain't
being
nothing
played.
wrong with it,
Yeah,
though. There's nothing wrong
I don't
with
have
it.
time to play that
Right.
because I'm gonna go ahead and pay, and then next time you can pay, and then if she continue to pay all the time, then it's still other ways that you can balance it. You know what I'm saying? You know, okay, if she keep paying for all the dinners, then
I get the tip.
I get the tip, or
As a
after we go
man-
do something, we gonna go do something. I pay for that.
We go to the
you
bar.
I
know?
wouldn't even want to be with no woman that's just always
Yeah,
like, I'm paying.
Yeah,
Like, what you trying to do?
yeah, I'll be having to
But for me, on
like
the,
quit doing
It
that.
should, right. It should, I don't think it should be a
Yeah.
blueprint to who pays. No,
No,
it shouldn't be a
no.
blueprint to.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you always pay for this, and I always pay. It's just whoever
Yeah.
has it and whoever
Yeah.
wants to
Whoever
do
has
it
it.
at that time, right? It
And
ain't-
most of the time, it's gonna be us.
But when
and
you
that's
getting
what-
to know somebody, I think a woman paying all the time is really an issue.
that's weird. So for me, on
I think-
far as
especially if
the
she
first
offering all the
date,
time.
Yeah.
I think a
Because
woman.
if she
weird
offering
about
all the
it.
I
time,
feel-
I'm gonna be like, that's why
But
you.
for
ain't
me,
with
if
nobody.
I see a guy,
Nah.
if I see a guy like in
hell no.
passing, and I see him,
Nah.
That's
and I'm
why.
interested in him, and I see him in passing, he don't know I'm interested, but I want to get to know him more, right? And it's gonna be like, well, you know, I see you around here all the time. You know, you want to get lunch or sometime, I pay. You know, because I don't know him, and I want to get to know
That's
him.
just
We
you
don't know each
initiating.
other.
That sounds
you breaking
thirsty
the
right
ice.
there.
That's
Yeah.
just-
That don't,
You
that's
niggas some
not,
lunch
that's
sometime, I'll
mature.
pay.
But then that was
Nah,
a,
baby, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. That
Yo,
sounds
that's
thirsty.
No, you don't want
that's
nobody to
like-
feel like they
You
paying
never
for
offer to
they
pay. You
buying
ask
you.
for dinner.
I'm
Then when
buying
y'all
you.
get
I'm
there,
a
then
bad
you do
dinner
that.
all
How
the
do you
time.
ask a man, can you take me out to dinner? I want to get to know you better. Like, that's weird. That's thirsty right there.
How that's weird.
Would
though.
you-
That's
That's the
thirsty
same
right
thing you
there.
just
Ain't
said,
nothing
though.
wrong
It's no
What?
different than what you just said about I want to get to know you, I want to pay for the date. What's the
Right.
difference?
Ain't
between
nothing wrong with a woman
he said
approaching
it's
a man.
thirsty if a woman approach a man and be like, well, you know, you want to get some lunch, and I'll pick it up. You know, you want to get some lunch, I'll pay.
See that
You
I
know,
pay killed you.
No, because I think it's
You
only
ain't gotta
fair.
say
You
that.
ain't gotta
You
say
ain't
it.
gotta say
If
that.
we go, if
It's
you
gonna
gonna
be
pay,
a step where you
But
right.
it's
you can just no. But I'm just
2023.
saying, while we there, you can just be like, I invited you. I got it.
I got it.
You know
Right
what I'm
there,
saying?
you can
I
say it like
invited
that.
you, I
Well,
got
Well,
it.
you know
Yeah,
what?
you
That
said
is
it
a
like
really
that.
good point.
Because
I
if you
told
say
y'all-
I'm paying, he gonna come
Right.
even if he don't want to
Right, like
come.
And then be like, okay, she just trying to buy me.
Right,
I'm gonna get
she
this
sound
free meal
thirsty.
and she's
Right.
through.
Exactly.
She's
Yep.
through.
Exactly.
After this
Well,
dinner,
I'm so
Exactly.
glad. I'm so
Exactly.
glad we had this conversation.
Now it's like he gonna come even if he don't want to come.
So there
I
ain't nothing
think
wrong
it's
with
nice.
approaching the guy,
Some
but don't be
women-
thirsty
Okay.
about it. That's all.
Some
And
women
that's-
will offer to pay the dates because they don't want what a man does for them thrown in their faces because it happens so much, I guess.
Yeah,
So
that's
like,
true.
all right,
You wanna
I'm going to pay
maintain your
because they don't want a
independence.
dude to have anything over them.
No
right?
power.
Oh, now I owe you something. Or, some dudes, how they feel like they owed something after the date that they paid for. You know what I mean? So that's part of why some women offer to pay for the date, because they don't like. I want to go with you, but I don't want you to feel like I owed you nothing. So let's go Dutch. You pay for yours, I pay for mine. Type
Right.
shit.
Telly
Yeah.
said the man should be paying for the first 5 dates for sure.
Oh, see,
Negative.
that blueprint shit.
Negative.
That's why you
Super
single.
negative.
I know you single. I know
Negative.
she's single.
Super negative.
Telly,
Super
He got a man.
And
That's
then
our
back to what
daughter.
you were saying, back to what y'all
Telly
was
was
saying.
here.
Oh,
Back to what y'all
That's
was
the one
saying.
who was
young.
talking
That's
over
why.
there.
Oh, that's the young one. Okay, all right.
And back to what y'all was saying was like y'all feel weird about a woman paying it all the time. Would you feel weird about you dating a guy and he always got a gift for you when y'all go out?
No, they ain't gonna
love
feel
that.
weird
Oh,
for
hell
that.
no.
No.
Would that be strange if he always got a gift for you?
flowers are a gift. So if he brought
No, but
flowers,
he's saying a gift every time, and you know that's
you
gonna
get
be a
tired of that?
conversation you gonna have with your girl. Like, girl, every time
we
he
go-
come,
would you be-
he got something.
But-
this might be
Would
the
you
one.
get would it be a problem then?
I don't know, because he might be about to get friend zoned, and so you've been bringing me all these dates, and I'm not really interested the way like that, and I done accepted all these dates,
watch
and
who you
these
accept love
gifts,
from.
and it's weird. So I can't just keep accepting a
I mean,
bunch
they
of
ain't
gifts.
big ass gifts. They like little tokens.
Little
little
Like
tokens.
it might
you know
be
what I'm saying?
flowers.
Oh, I wouldn't
it might
find
be-
it
Might be a
odd.
box of candy with a
Yeah,
little something,
yeah.
something,
I
you know,
would,
anything.
I would find that very thoughtful. I
Little
wouldn't
stuff
find
for
that
animals.
odd.
So what be wrong with him paying all the time then?
I don't find it odd for a
I
man
mean,
to
for
pay
the
all
woman to
time.
pay all the time if he gave you all the gifts all the time.
Will it be odd for a woman to pay all the time?
And my example, as far as you getting gifts all the time, it's all
I feel like
involving
her
money.
paying all the time is like setting the tone of the whole
wrong kind of
relationship.
tone.
It's just not
So
setting
when a guy
leadership.
giving you all the gifts all the time, set what tone?
That he gonna give you gifts
Appreciation
all the
and
time.
gratefulness.
That's just it.
But then the thing is then
Setting
when
you up to
it's
fall
them
in love with
couple
his hand
times
and
he
not
don't
his
come
heart.
with gifts though.
Right,
Like
and
them
our-
couple times he don't come with gifts, then you gonna feel like
He didn't
something
change
be
your
right.
expectation.
Something ain't right.
Now it's the
Something not
expectation.
right.
She
You
looking
know
right
what
at the
I'm saying?
table. She like,
Just like if you paying all the time and then y'all go to dinner and he don't never
It must
pull
be
his
something
wallet
big.
out. He don't never pull his wallet out because you
Yeah.
always paying.
Like,
Then,
you been
then
paying.
at one time you expected him to pay.
You don't want to set any
See?
Right.
expectations, that you don't plan to maintain. So that's something to consider as an individual. Like, I don't want to set the expectation that I'm gonna pay for all the dates just because I paid for one date, and you don't want to set the expectation that you're gonna always have gifts if just because you brought me a gift one time either. So it's just a balance on who you dealing with and what you're trying to do. You don't want to seem like you buying anybody, because then that's lame. It's like, oh, you trying to
Yeah,
buy
that-
me, you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, I ain't for sale, and then it's like she trying to buy me. She think because I'm gonna keep dating her because she buying everything. No, you gotta just get it on a soul level pretty much and find out, why are you doing what you're doing? What's the motivation
Some
behind
people
the
do that
date?
to compensate for what they know that they're lacking in, right? They try to do that just to be.
That's my point.
Yeah.
Why? What's the motivation?
but I think when you really first start dating somebody, that's when you really can see if this is going somewhere. After really a first couple dates, then me as a woman, if I see that I like him and we about to continue, then I don't have a problem paying the bill. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Oh, it's not a problem. I can pay the bill. But if I already see something odd about him,
Yeah, them
put
first
my
couple
finger.
dates.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he kind of weird a little bit, maybe a little odd. You know what I'm saying?
Like he opened the door, walked through first. And, come on, girl.
Damn.
Come on.
Just all about himself. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We all done dated. You know what I'm saying?
Selfish people.
The selfish people, or just the weird ones that's fall in their own category. Like,
Socially awkward.
yes.
Okay, so tell me this: when y'all recognize all that in a guy, whatnot, how do y'all? Why is it instead of y'all just saying, this ain't gonna work out, will y'all just stop calling or block him or why do women do that?
I think that's an easy way out.
That's a coward way
You
out.
like it could be a coward. It could be a coward move. But what I'm saying is, it's like when a woman tell a man things are not working out. This is not what I was looking for.
Try
This
to
was
convince you otherwise.
True
it's
story,
gonna-
but
it's
you got to
gonna
do it
be
first.
an argument on the floor because he's gonna feel inadequate. He's
That's
like,
when you block him.
well,
You mean
well,
like
what,
ghost them?
well, what did I
If
do?
you don't like them?
Yeah.
No, like if he keeps telling you, he always this nigga keep.
Yeah,
watch
like,
this.
yeah, ghost.
You know what I'm saying? Just saying,
So
look
that's
here.
basically
I understand
ghosting.
you like me. Woo, 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 woo. This ain't working. I don't want because
Sometimes you
like
just
that.
don't want that confrontation. You
It
feel like
is,
they're not worth
and it
it.
turned out to be a confrontation. I mean, we all done had them. You try to cut somebody loose lightly, and
they
what
cuss
was,
you
what
out.
was I doing?
but let
What was
me
I
say-
doing wrong?
Let me say this though. Remember we had a show about being communication and trauma and stuff like that.
Right.
And in the same way that you can ghost somebody like that, and we were talking about how I was talking about how I damage women. a guy can be damaged the same. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh, yeah,
I'm just
true.
saying
Oh,
the
Telly
same way
tripping,
y'all
y'all.
saying that y'all ghosted. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all saying y'all ghost him and just he can really be into you, and then and maybe like you said, if you had that conversation, it might be something that can trigger him to okay, well I wasn't aware of that, or maybe I can. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Instead of
yeah.
you just cutting them off, because what I'm saying is this: if the shoe was on the other foot, you really into a guy, and then now we ain't hollering at you no more. Y'all gonna be like, oh, he ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna look at it like we ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Well, for me, I don't have a problem having the friend zone conversation, and I had that as on in my notes. Because I might like somebody, and it might be some reason that's gonna prevent us from having a serious committed relationship. I'm gonna be like, I really like you if you want to keep hanging out. I enjoy your company and all that, but I don't like you in that kind of way. We never gonna have sex. Like, I'm gonna have that conversation. And if 9 times out of 10, they probably won't call me no more.
Yeah, well, see that, but that's a good conversation.
I had that
though.
friend zone.
Yeah.
If I'm friend zoning you, I'm friend zoning you, and I'm letting you know I'm friends. We can keep being friends. We can hang out. Because I enjoy your company. I like you as a person. But for me, as a mate, I don't like you like that. If they want to, keep calling, we gonna keep chilling, whatever. But if 9 times out of 10, I don't hear from them no more.
You're not gonna hear from him no more because you done already laid the map out. You like, is this dead?
And they're like, I don't want to be her friend.
You already laid the map out. I got enough friends. You know how many guys be like, I got enough friends.
So when dating,
Shay.
when you dating, at what time and period do you feel like it's supposed to be a commitment?
That's the question I have on my list, BJ.
Or when you think you're supposed to love a person?
When
Because I
you-
think love is supposed to be earned. That ain't supposed to be because you've been with them 7 years.
Right.
I'm in love with them because I've been with them 10.
Yeah.
No.
Because I know people been together
You know what I'm
20,
saying?
15 years and
And
they
still
don't
ain't
love
love
each other.
each
It's
other.
just a habit.
You can love somebody and not be in love
It has
with
to
them,
be
you know
that
what I'm saying?
mutual agreement.
What
You
mutual
have to
agreement?
be like
it's a conversation.
a
Yeah,
conversation.
definitely a conversation.
Yeah.
The commit.
And a lot
Because
of people
us
don't do that. They
women, we just be
assume.
like, that's my man.
Right.
And that's the end.
Oh,
You
yeah,
can
yeah,
talk to
yeah,
somebody
yeah.
else.
Right.
Because that didn't happen. Yeah.
They'll do that.
What you doing with that
Right,
bitch?
right,
You know
right.
what I'm
And
saying?
then when something
And
happens,
you be like, what you
And then
talking
you be
about?
like, we not even together. Then that's when the guy be like, we not even
We don't even go together.
You really say dead ass serious.
Yeah,
He
like,
say,
when did
what?
we say that?
Yeah, because you be like that. You gonna be really serious. Cause,
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
because everybody dating, and when you initially get with that person, they not just gonna drop everybody they talking to.
Right,
just for
everybody
you.
got somebody.
You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
until, like y'all said, you had that conversation, we just dating. You just, until we say, I'm with you. And then,
You
so
with
when
me,
you
you
come
do
like,
that.
oh, why you talking to her? Now you overstepping some boundaries because
Well,
we didn't
I
have
mean,
that
I would put
conversation.
It's still, but it's
They don't.
still
He
a
said
level of
At work,
respect. though.
remember I said
It's-
some
Yeah, it's
women,
how you do
It's
it.
still, you're right. It's still a
Women-
level of respect, though. It's
some
still a
women
level of respect.
just assume
We get
naturally,
possessive.
and she say, "Oh, I didn't hear from you last night," and then, dang, I didn't hear from you Friday. He was like, "Dang, I didn't know we was together." She like, "Oh, you was my dude," and so we started laughing about it. I said because I said women automatically think y'all together, and you ain't even really put no time in. You know what I'm saying? It's different when you done been dating, getting to know each other, and y'all come to a conclusion like, you know what? Okay, this is going pretty good. You know,
Yeah,
Good
I
about that.
really think it should be like
this is
a
really
time,
it's
a
going
time
good.
stamp.
But don't assume that y'all together until you have that
And
conversation.
I think it should occur in about 6 months. Like, I'm not about to be,
Dating
you know,
you for 2 or
giving
3
you my,
years, you
date
got me
me-
messed
oh,
up.
you got me all the way messed. Like, in 6 months or so, we should know if we want to have a commitment conversation. And it don't really have to be a commitment conversation in terms of you want to move in, but it should be a commitment conversation of do you want to be exclusively dating me, right? I mean, after in 6 months, you should know if you want to cut all the other ones off and just date me, or you still, you
And
still
sometimes it's just action
want to
too,
deal
though.
with her and me.
yeah,
like,
yeah. When you
Because
see
like,
somebody
like
really,
say y'all together and then you know that she give you a key. You know what I'm saying? You like, oh, okay.
going
We
too
need to
much.
talk about
We
this
need to
right
talk,
here.
like, why
Look,
you
she
give me
just
this
gave me a damn key. You know, so
to the safe.
you know, it's certain stuff like that. Or when she start leaving stuff at your house and you be like, I ain't asked her to bring that over here.
Believe it.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't say bring this. Why is this here? You know, don't be
Tony
scooting
said-
my
She got a
stuff.
whole drawer in the
Scoot-
damn.
No,
Let me
scoot
tell
your
you,
stuff
what she
over.
say?
Like, why you squishing your shit?
Tony said 6 months we go together.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, for sure though.
If that nigga ain't got his shit together, y'all ain't going together.
And that's true too.
So
because,
all that play a role. So you can't
that
say
play a
6
role.
months.
That's a good point.
Well, I
You
wouldn't
really
even
can't
be
put
dating.
no time
I
limit
wouldn't
on
even be
it. You
dating
can't
nobody
really put
that's
no time
that's
limit.
not leveling up. Period. So if you ain't working with what I'm working with, or plus, it's a wrap for you.
Yeah.
Like
That's what I'm saying. It shouldn't even take 6 months. It shouldn't be really a time limit because in the first few couple months, weeks to months, you should know if I'm even about to take it to that level with this person. You know what I'm saying? You should know that.
Yeah.
So if he, like you said, if he ain't got his stuff together, then you already should
I
know
would
that.
say
Cause some
if y'all
females
vibing,
stick
y'all
with a nigga.
vibing.
True, that's true. Cause they be vibing. Then she might have certain reasons, and he might have certain reasons why he's still messing with her. You know what I'm saying? Or why she's still messing with him or whatnot.
My car, her name.
Yeah, he's steady trying to get herself together. She getting herself together. So all that play a role too. Cause you don't want to jump in a relationship and y'all financially fucked up. He fucked up, or you bringing in all the weight.
But that don't mean you can't be exclusive. Because
It's hard to be
working.
exclusive though when it's like that.
Yeah.
It's hard to be. How?
Cause you
Why?
basically got
You
one
got
person
stuff to be
paying for
worried about.
everything.
Yeah.
They dragging
Yeah,
the
and one thing
total.
So
about
you
relationships and marriages, if you ain't got finances and romance,
That's a big thing.
that shit ain't
in
gonna
a
work. If I can't take you out, you gonna fuck with another nigga. If I ain't pleasing you in the bedroom, you gonna go to another guy. So what?
Yeah, those are the two main factors.
If you ain't got that, then what? What's your purpose around for?
So you can't be exclusive.
With
You
a
wanna
bum.
be-
You
so
still
you
get
want to
to
be
date
exclusive
around.
with a broke nigga
With a
and live
bum.
with his mama,
no,
or he
I
got a
don't.
job and live
No,
with his
I
mama.
don't.
Okay, and
No,
then
I
I'm
don't.
saying,
Make it
No,
make
I
sense.
don't.
even with a guy, you don't want to
Right.
get with a girl, she don't have nothing. So you get with her, you paying for everything. She got kids, you paying for them. You doing this.
And then you're like, oh, I want to commit to you.
Yeah, so that's somebody you want to be like,
Right, even
oh,
though you may like
wanna-
I like her and
I love
everything.
this.
You know I like her and all, but damn, she got 3 kids. You got to think about all that shit. Like,
Before you
fuck.
decide to be exclusive.
You got to all that come with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So
So
that-
you got to
yeah.
think about all that. I like her, but I don't want to commit to her because she got all these kids. But I still fuck with her.
On the side.
We can continue.
know what I'm
That's like
saying?
we can
What
continue
are
to date.
what are some of your pet peeves when you first dating somebody within the first month? Like what will totally get somebody cut off?
Being late.
Stinking breath,
Bad hygiene.
Ooh.
stinking breath, and if you got some ugly feet.
Bad.
For me, it's being late.
I don't really look at your feet. You can
Being
put your
late.
socks on. I wouldn't care. So I don't look at
Being
you.
late.
I don't like it.
You know what I'm saying?
A pet peeve being
Don't
late.
put them
You
on
gonna
me.
see her feet on the
Don't
first
put
Late
it.
for
You gonna see her
date,
feet on the first day, Ray?
Nah.
See,
Late.
I don't
Being
even
late
look
for
at
a
no
date,
feet.
yes.
He said,
I mean that.
You say
Lady
what?
T. Lady
Lady
T said
T.
being late. I'm
Being
like,
late.
you're late.
Being late.
Yes,
To
that's
everything.
okay. That's all
What
right.
if you get your hands up? You gonna be late.
If he give me a heads up,
If
that's
he
fine.
late, if
That
he late, he late as
he
hell
give me a
because you
heads
be
up.
late.
If he give me a heads up.
That means he late as fuck. So if he
Well,
late,
but he don't know. He don't know me yet. He don't know
but
I'm late.
right, he
Oh,
don't
yeah.
know.
So
So
I
if
ain't
he,
gonna
if,
let him know
so,
that at first.
what I'm saying, if you tell him you late, then he is really damn late. That's what I'm trying to tell you. He really late.
Because he don't even know you.
He don't know you late. Be late. So if you telling him he late, it's an issue right there. That's a
You
red
came late.
flag.
You came late off the rip.
2 hours ago.
So they trying to say if you ready before him,
If you late,
oh man.
Yeah. Because if the
That
day
nigga supposed to be here yesterday.
if the day that's 7, you gonna be ready about 7:45, 8.
Yeah.
So if he late, that means he coming at 9.
late, it's a whole problem.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a whole problem for me because you right.
Remember
'cause
when
I
we
am
lost
late.
our reservations
You
because
right.
we late?
You right. We still had a good dinner.
We did eat good, but yeah, he's super late, so I can get why that's
This is a
You
pet
know what's
peeve.
your-
Yeah, you should dump him for
in the
sure.
first few months of dating.
I think pretty much what kind of turn me off will be when a man just really can't like he can't make a date. You know, I think that's very
Where you want to go?
Yeah, he leaning on me. He's like, so
What
what
you
you want
wanna
to do,
eat?
babe? I was like, oh, okay. I'm open. What's up? What you got a taste for? I don't know. What you like?
You know, that's how we feel. a lot of
Somebody
times.
said
y'all
cigarette
don't
smoke
know. Y'all don't
to
know
get
what
you
y'all
cut
want
off.
anyway.
Hey, as soon as we say some shit like,
Y'all
well,
don't
shit,
want
I
it.
want a steak. Well,
I
I don't want
want
that shit. Well, listen, you just said you ain't, you know.
it
so-
don't matter. You was open
So
to
him
it.
asking
See,
you all
I
these
don't
questions.
understand.
What's wrong with that?
A lot of talking, no follow through will get you cut
I mean, I'm saying,
Yeah,
I'm
for
using
sure.
an example. Like a lot of stuff, I'm going back in my mind, like the dates that I had. And this one guy I was dating. Probably dated him about 2 months, and it's just he couldn't put his he could never make a date for us. It was like I had to do all the planning. I'm like, okay,
All
what
that
about
Did you
here?
have to pay, or he paid and you planned it?
No, I didn't have to pay.
Oh,
But
okay.
No, okay,
still,
about to
but
say,
still,
damn.
I didn't have to
You was
pay,
the dude in that
but
one.
he constantly was just like,
no ideas.
But some people just don't
What
have
happened?
that.
Exactly.
but you gotta bring something.
Experience.
You still gotta bring something to the table though. It's like, damn, I gotta plan it. I gotta put this down.
What if he
I
just
gotta-
don't know how to date?
How do I want to spend time with you, but I don't know what I want to do?
Like,
Spend
Yeah.
time with you.
You like, come on now. I mean, but how many dates you gonna have with me, and you still doing the same awkward?
But
I
some
don't
men
know.
are used to women and they never had to take them nowhere, never
Exactly.
went on
That's
dates,
not my problem.
never. So they don't really know.
Because I had
Well,
that
you're
issue.
not- that
Or
means
the
you're
women
not
that
compatible.
always
What to do.
was
Yeah.
in
You're not
control of the
compatible.
situation. I'm gonna set
But it
something
sounds
up,
like he
you know,
like he
I got
want to go
outfits.
on dates, so he's telling her to plan it, but he just don't know how to pick
Right.
them. You know what I'm saying? So he's still paying for them and telling her like wherever you want to go, I'll
he
go.
want the time
but
with you,
yeah, he just don't know. You know, maybe he don't have any experience
But
in
to
that
me,
department.
that just shows a lack of leadership, right? I mean,
No,
it-
it
No,
don't.
no,
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 the
no,
last
no,
girl
no,
probably
no,
didn't
no,
require dates.
No,
That
I'm
was
not
when I
gonna
was in
say-
my last relationship. I used to have that same issue. Like, damn, every time we go somewhere, I gotta find out where we're going. But she didn't know where the fuck where nothing was.
Yeah.
But I couldn't be mad at her. I couldn't blame her for that.
Right.
And I'm a street nigga, so I know a lot of shit. You know, I was on the street doing here. Well, let's go here. Let's go here.
Right.
Homebody. She don't go no motherfucking where.
Yeah.
So you can't be mad at. But eventually, after a while, when y'all going places, they get to saying, well, let's go to this spot here that we went to before. Well, let's go here.
Yeah.
The food that they like. Let's go to this spot here. Yo, can we
You
go there
showing
again?
her.
Boom. You know, and she
You
paying attention, then
expanding
you
her
like, oh, okay, then
horizons.
yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Okay,
Yeah.
let's go there again.
And you
know,
can just
so,
ask
yeah.
them what you have a taste for. If you have a taste for something, then I can pick a place that
Right,
got that.
exactly.
But what
You
if he
know
never
what
been nowhere? How would he know?
What I'm saying is,
But that don't always work either. I'd rather just go somewhere and she be like, okay, let's eat some of that. Or,
Right,
you know,
right,
let's try
right.
that.
Let's just get in the
'Cause
car and go.
It changed. You like, I want some steak. Then you get around, you know what? Let's try this little small. Damn, I thought you wanted some steak.
Yeah.
Let's go right here. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that happened too. You know
yeah,
what I'm
they
saying?
are
So,
unpredictable.
yeah.
You right, you right.
Telly
but they always
said
put us,
that's no excuse.
it ain't no excuse.
Not knowing where to go for a date.
That
She
is an
said,
excuse.
Everybody know if the internet.
And somebody said cigarette smoke could get you cut off.
Oh
I
yes.
hate
Yeah,
I hate
cigarettes.
cigarettes.
Oh, yeah.
I hate
Yeah.
cig- 'cause that
The
kinda
white
go
girls with
stinking
brown
breath.
booties,
That
I
kinda,
don't fuck.
that kind of stuff.
Go ahead
go.
on.
White girls
It's,
with
it's
brown
that whole breath thing.
Yeah,
for
the
me,
breath thing.
like,
I used to
between
smoke
that and then the
cigarettes.
coffee.
Great. We were so happy you
I
stopped.
can't stand a nasty mouth. You got all that stuff
BJ, what's
caked
your
up all
pet
on your
peeve,
mouth.
BJ?
Huh?
Man.
I'm
Your
telling
pet
you,
peeve.
my pet peeve is a raggedy mouth.
Oh, my
yeah,
goodness.
a raggedy mouth would definitely not.
Cause
get
I
a
love
hello.
to kiss.
You won't get a
I
hello.
love to kiss. So if I can't kiss you,
Yeah,
I
buddy.
can't fuck with you.
Yeah.
So you won't even get a hello.
You know what I'm saying?
You be like, ooh, I remember that breath.
But shit, having fucked up teeth would have be like
Man.
bad hygiene going along
Yeah,
that area.
exactly. That's
So
all
you know if
bad
the teeth
hygiene.
right
What's
here,
up?
they right
Well,
there.
how
So
do
you
I-
know
like,
ain't
I
down
can't
there.
stand
no.
nasty
You
teeth.
know, down there smell like
If
dumpster
this
juice.
ain't messed up and this
Oh,
right
my
at
God.
the
Oh, man.
in
Listen,
your
you don't
face,
even want to
man.
go past the front door. You look like when the mouth it. You say, oh my god.
Like,
You
no,
just
no,
stop,
thank
you like,
you. Like,
I'm
no,
not putting
thank you.
my balls
Thanks,
in
but no,
that.
thanks.
Uh,
Like no.
hell
Babe,
no.
what's your
That's
pet
a
peeve?
dumpster juice mouth. I'm
My
straight on
pet
that.
peeve is
Juice.
definitely gonna be like stinking breath and like if I go to a female house and her bathroom is really if her
That's the
bathroom
old
is crazy.
school.
Kitchen in the bathroom,
Like
baby.
if I go to the bathroom and it's crazy, and then it's like something.
I'm leaving.
It's something to do with that. It's just something to me. You know, most guys
Exactly.
be like, "I'm still gonna get some of this," but I'm just like, it tell you a lot about that person. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely,
So you gotta
definitely.
be like, nah.
right.
Definitely.
It just shows the
That's
lack
when
of
you
concern.
start texting
you
your
know?
boy like, "Call me in 7 minutes. I'm about to get out of here."
You be
Call
out of
you.
here.
You be like, "For real, dog? Or, I gotta go." You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
I
some-
remember those days.
Some people don't care. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A woman house can be tore up
And all that bullshit, excuse my house. No, but knew I was coming 4 days ago.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
And then they want to clean off a spot where y'all can sit and think I want to smooch right there in the spot you cleaned off. It's everywhere. It's dirty. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know.
All
so,
this dirty
so that's
laundry
something
you
for
done
me
had for
to
days.
go to their house in the bathroom. But your breath and like you say, your teeth.
Yeah,
Hygiene.
the mouth game,
Of course.
definitely.
I think my pet
can't-
peeve.
Can't stand a chick that I hear cussing her kids out that's not old enough to understand cuss words.
Oh, my
yeah,
goodness.
parents.
Yeah,
That
I don't
ghetto
like
ass shit, that hood
Or
rat
calling your
ass shit.
kids
I
the
can't.
B
I
word.
don't.
Oh yeah, I don't like that for
Bad
sure.
Women
parenting.
calling their kids Oh my God, I can't.
All
I
of
can't
them.
stand
All of
that.
them. They be saying all of them.
little
I used to have a girl next door in the duplex that I stayed at, and you could hear it through the walls. And she was like, y'all little dumb motherfuckers. I'm so sick of y'all.
Oh my God,
And
I
I'm like,
can't deal with that.
Yeah, I can't deal with
and
those
she had
jokes,
little
yeah.
bitty kids.
Because
These
the
weren't
moment
no
you try to talk to
teenagers.
me like that,
They
because
was
that's
little
just your
kids.
default way of communicating, and you might get
You don't
somewhere
know,
between the
that
stove
just
and
comes
the
from them
dryer.
not knowing how to
Yeah.
communicate.
And that's probably because they mama taught to them like that. Like, you ain't
Yeah,
doing nothing
yeah,
but
that's what it
passing the
is.
gym
Yeah,
on.
it's exact- I was gonna say that, yeah.
generational, yeah.
So let
You
me
talk
ask
to
you
them
a
like
Kids
that.
out
Hold
is
on,
no-
babe. What's your pet peeve? Go ahead.
My pet peeve in the beginning of a relationship, anybody asking me
Dating.
for money.
That's what Shelly
That.
just said.
Oh
Shelly
my
just said,
God.
ask me for anything.
I don't even
Ask me
know
for
you.
anything.
She's out here. She knows
Money.
you.
Come on, my mama need a pack of squares. You got $4 right?
Especially if it's
You give me $20 right quick.
Like, could you cash at me 20? Cash at me 20.
I'm trying to.
Oh my God.
Hurry up.
Get
Hurry up. I'm
blocked
at the counter
and
right now.
deleted. Any man, a man asks me for money. Oh my God, no.
That's
That
definitely
is
too
the
soon.
big. Yes.
So, BJ, you had a question?
Yeah, I got a question. All right. As far as dating, okay, you dating and whatnot. Do women consider themselves, let's just say, what's the, let's just say, do you consider yourself a one night stand or a slut if you happen to have sex with a guy while y'all dating on the first
On
date?
the first date. Sex on the first date.
The vibe good. Y'all single. You ain't got no man, none of that shit. Y'all done went out and everything, and y'all end up having sex. Do
Oh,
you
BJ got all my questions.
Would you feel like you a slut?
So my
Or a whore?
my number 2 question was how long before sex? I don't have an opinion.
So my thing is,
So you cool with doing it on the first date if you feel like that.
Yeah.
I don't think it
No,
matters.
no,
I feel like
no,
if
what I'ma say-
y'all have chemistry and y'all like each other, you ain't gonna be able to get rid of him no matter what time you decided to.
Yeah, but if
But
this
I
is
feel
the
like
first
they not
date,
going
though,
nowhere.
you got to see if he
First
gonna
date,
be.
you gotta make sure they not crazy.
Right.
That don't mean
I
nothing.
don't think.
Yes.
I'm
We
gonna say
talking about the
that.
vibe and the
sure.
connection at
Yeah,
the
that's.
moment.
I'm gonna
At
say.
the
I'm
You
gonna
ain't about to
say.
be thinking
But
about
I
doing
don't
this
know
thing to
if
kill
that's-
4 people.
I-
You ain't gonna know that if down the
What
line
if
it
you
don't
put out on
matter.
the first date and now he's stalking you? Like it better not be.
He was
my
gonna
nigga
stalk you on
coming
the
around.
third date.
Yeah.
Regardless
either
when
way.
it happened, the outcome gonna be the
Cause that's who
same.
he is. He a stalker. So
The outcome gonna be the same. But what I'm saying is, how would you feel about? Would you feel good or feel bad the next day?
I wouldn't feel bad about myself.
I think
But
everybody
I don't know if I
does.
would take that guy seriously because I would assume he do this all the time,
Well,
just like
damn.
he would assume I do it all the time.
So
It's a
you wouldn't
connection,
say,
it's a vibe, y'all have. They know all about what
So you put the
I'm not
double
gonna be.
standard out on
Yeah.
his
Putting
ass.
a double standard
No,
out.
I mean, that's real though. That's
Yeah.
real.
I feel what
Wait,
you're
wait.
saying.
He gonna
If-
fuck
Because
around
I'm
with
just
both
saying,
on
you
the
got to be
Or
same
that's
real.
just
It's
what
been
you're
times
saying.
where it's
Yep.
it's a attractions, everybody drawing, and it's like, okay, this person, I'm feeling them, and this is whatever.
Right.
And anything
so
can
you
jump
say
off.
anybody that you get with on the first date, like on a one night stand, has no potential for a serious relationship.
I'm not
It ain't
saying
gotta
it's
be a
not a
one-
one
No,
night.
no,
It's not a
no.
one night
Kicking it with
stand
this
yet.
person. Y'all
It's
just
not
have
a
to do it
one
on
night
the first
stand
date.
yet.
Telly said the problem would be if he hit it and quit it.
Well, your
That's the
pussy
real
was
vibe.
trash.
So-
And
Oh,
then,
my
and listen,
God.
he said the first date. He ain't saying this is
Like,
somebody
this
you
a
just
date,
met.
y'all have been talking?
Yeah, somebody
All
you
that.
just met and at the club and
Okay,
y'all
not-
went to the
not-
bar.
Right.
Oh,
We
okay.
talking about
Yeah,
y'all.
okay.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Y'all finally go out on a date, and the chemistry y'all end up having sex. How would you feel bad the next day? That's what I'm saying.
I wouldn't
No, I
feel bad
wouldn't
about
say that.
myself.
But
I
you
wouldn't
wouldn't take him
slut shame
serious.
myself.
But you wouldn't take him serious.
I'm not sure.
No,
I would take
no,
him
you got to
serious.
So
think
you been
about.
taking it
No,
serious
you got
all
to
this
think
time
about the
up to this point?
conversations y'all
Until you
had
made
up
the
until
decision
that
to
point.
mutually do it with him, and now he's not. He's not serious.
But I'm saying,
just
I'm talking
don't-
I
about
don't
the.
think you should feel bad for
I'm
it.
No.
not gonna feel
Oh my
bad. I'm
God.
not gonna. The question is, would I
Sure.
feel bad? I would not feel bad.
I wanted to
No,
do.
I
I'm not gonna
wouldn't
feel
feel
bad
bad.
about shit that I want to do. I
Yeah.
mean,
You
Right.
gotta think about
But
the
then I'ma have
conversation
to-
up until that point, because all the time that
That
they've
may
been
make
talking,
me
they
take
might
you
have
more
been really
serious,
connected.
goddammit. I might
during the
like you more and
conversation.
shit.
Well,
Exactly.
I mean, it's gonna
Exactly.
be.
And then
it's
after
gonna
the
have to
sex,
be a
things could
conversation.
change
Right.
depending
it's
on
gonna, it's gonna be some
if it was
conversations
good or
about
bad,
that.
or if they after the behavior afterwards.
Yeah, it's
you
gonna
know,
So
be
y'all
those-
might be
it's gonna
connected
be some
more,
conversations.
or if y'all didn't have sexual chemistry, it could make him.
It might not
get
even be the
heck
sexual
off.
Yeah, right.
chemistry. Y'all can have sexual
Because some people
chemistry.
don't have sexual chemistry.
But I'm saying, but then they can have
initially-
sexual chemistry, but then after that, you really find out that that's all we have.
Uncompatible.
You know? Like we
Right.
just have, we get
Right.
together, we have good sex, but we don't talk, we don't do. It's like, as soon as I see you, like, hey, take that off.
Oh, well, then that's all it's worth. Then it ain't gonna be no.
So that's what I'm
That's
saying.
what I'm
Sometimes
saying.
it
It's
could turn
tricky.
into that. That's
Yeah.
just all it is.
So that's what he's
So
saying.
it's like a 50-50 thing.
Yeah.
So it either could be something good come out of it, or it could be that's now every time I see you, that's just what it is. We ain't even date no more.
Somebody said they
He
first
just said my
husband.
first husband. I'm about to read that. My
Okay.
first husband and father to my children was a first date sex.
See?
Yeah,
See?
I don't think
Okay.
it's the end of a relationship, but I think it's gonna be a lot of mature conversations behind that.
I always feel like it's never bad because of the simple fact you're single and you don't have to think about another person's feelings. You know, this is all on you. This is all on you. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody
Yeah,
else
like
or
you
whatnot.
said, it's
you
a
know what I'm
first
saying?
date.
It's a
Right.
first date. You know what I'm saying? This is somebody you've been talking to for about a week. Then y'all decide, let's go out Saturday.
And it could make or
You know
break
what
the
I'm saying?
relationship.
Yeah, and you can't base
True story.
You know,
It sure can make it break it. You know what I'm
it
saying?
can because but I don't always think that. I don't always think that sexual chemistry is a automatic thing because sometimes you have to grow to learn somebody. I mean, people
Sometimes
who are really
familiarity
good
breeds
at,
a
you know,
trade.
sometimes some people really good at sex because that's their thing. They know if they can lock you in on that they got you locked. So you thinking, oh, we have great sex with this person, this their thing,
Yeah.
right? And some people not that great. It's like, oh, we had sex the first time. It was like so. But that's not their thing. They really want to they like to get to know people, feel comfortable with their body and all this kind of stuff. And so it wasn't the greatest sex. So I don't think you can base the relationship on that sexual experience at that time.
If the sex is horrible, blocked.
Now, if they just little,
So
we
you
just
just
talking about,
ruined it for
if it's
yourself.
trash, like you say,
You
or
ruined
he don't have no, he not well endowed, but like miniature, then that could break it because you can't really do nothing with that. You can't make it grow. So it's like, okay, that's gonna be dead for me.
But he got mad
do
head.
anything
You
with
still gonna
that.
stick around?
What?
His head game crazy though. You
No,
gonna stick
you
around?
might as well be a lesbian.
Right?
See?
Right.
See?
Yeah.
What is that?
Cause
What
she got
is
some
that?
people like, bro, he can't fuck, but he can eat the shit out of my pussy. Though.
Be with a
They
woman.
quick to
That's
say
all
that.
he. That's all.
No, we're not gonna encourage that.
No.
We're not gonna encourage that.
Be a lesbian because that's all you get.
No, they already trying to kill the male production. Don't do that.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well,
Stay straight like 6 o'clock.
okay, so look, after the dating stage and y'all, you got
A commitment.
a commitment, basically, how often do y'all have to be intimate? Like, what are your requirements to that? How often?
Ain't no requirement. Go ahead.
mean,
Ray.
I think-
How often
I
would you
don't
like
know.
to
I think
You
it's-
said what?
it's-
How you
I don't
often you
know.
would like to?
Yeah.
be intimate with your partner? Because that's a big
Because
thing.
that is a big thing because
But that
you
ain't
got
something
people
you
that's
set up.
well,
It
you
ain't
have-
nothing to set up, but
it's
how
still
often
a
would you like to be?
conversation.
If
Because
it
what
was-
if she
if
never
you
want
had-
to do it?
If
It's
you
still
wanted
a
to, how
conversation.
often
If
It's
you
would
can
you
have
like
your
it?
choice.
Because
I
if
mean,
you
'cause you can't stick
if you
that
were
parameter
juggling,
to
you had a
somebody.
rotation going, and now you only with me. You gonna expect me to fulfill the rotation you had going? I was
Because you had a
would
Tuesday,
expect.
a Wednesday,
Right.
Right,
a
you know what I'm
Thursday.
saying? So what's
You know what
up?
I'm saying?
Exactly.
What's
Not
going
really.
on?
Not really, because you probably didn't do nothing all the time with each one of them.
And then I don't care about those every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and Friday. I care. I like you. I care about
Exactly.
you. So.
Right,
You
they
know
are
what
so
I'm
you
saying?
You're
gotta
different.
know
You're
if I'm
different.
They
I'm
all
so
bring
this
something
person-
different. You know
So
what
no,
I'm saying?
Okay.
so it's no amount of time y'all want to be intimate.
Whenever
a
you
week.
feel like it, or whenever y'all is in the mood, in the
Like
moment.
twice a
Because there's
month.
some people that's married
Shit,
they
twice
want
a
to
month.
get sex on
Choice.
holidays.
Twice a month.
If
Oh,
I
it's
had
dumb
sex
as
on
hell.
holidays.
Twice a month.
That's dumb as
I don't
hell.
want to be in that.
He cheating, or she
Do
cheating.
twice a month.
One of them.
Somebody
getting
getting
some.
some.
Somebody
what
getting
if a woman
some.
Somebody
told
get
you-
some on off.
whenever
yeah.
we're both available
Right.
too, goddamn it, like
Right.
that's
So what if a woman told you like I only want to do it twice a month?
Well, like before
Oh, hell
when
no.
I'm ovulating, when I come home,
That's when.
All right, well, you only gonna get it
Well-
twice a month. I'm still probably gonna be doing
Right,
it every day.
Yeah, okay.
It just ain't gonna involve you.
Right, exactly.
right.
Exactly.
What? Well, that's not right. You depriving me twice a month.
I just,
Goddamn.
it's basically just based on y'all schedules. Period. Like you know what I'm saying. You got a dude that's working 2 jobs, so I wouldn't expect to be getting hit every day because he tired now. He done came home. He tired. He in the shower. So guess what? That might not be a good day for
A
him.
nigga
You
ain't
know
never
what I'm
too
saying?
tired for
So
no
how
pussy. I don't give a
often-
fuck what a nigga say.
not.
So how often?
Yes,
would
yes,
you
they
say,
are.
Nina?
He must be
How
one of them.
often would
Listen,
you
you know
say?
why? He was one of them dudes at the precinct with the white girl, right? At work, you know what I'm saying? She come off
Yeah.
work. Oh,
So
I had
he
a-
was at
I had
work
a rough
hitting
day
it,
today.
and then he
Yeah,
came
you been
home.
He
fucking all
just
the
didn't want none of
sergeants.
that shit.
Right. I think it's just basically about the timing and the schedule. Like I said,
Yeah, that's
Yeah, it's the person.
everybody,
And it's about the moment too. You know,
Everybody-
you don't want it to be scheduled.
Telly
and like,
said, "How long are you willing to go without it?" Since y'all don't have a number.
Oh
for,
shit.
no,
With
that ain't no good question.
Without it.
How long are y'all willing
That ain't no
to
good
wait
question.
without
It's the
it?
same
Yeah.
question, different way.
So how long? So
one
say
day.
a whole month.
Oh, yeah, that's a passer problem now.
That
Wait
ain't
a month?
2
ain't
weeks.
shit.
So say a
hell
whole
no.
month.
No,
month
month.
She's
ain't
just
shit.
like,
A
you
month.
think so?
I think
A
something
month
going on
ain't
though.
shit.
If,
I would think
if it's
something
if,
going on,
if it's been a whole month, something.
Oh, you talking about a month?
I'm talking about
Yeah,
a
yeah.
committed relationship.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
month
Oh,
without
yeah,
you.
yeah.
nah, nah.
Nah,
That's why I'm
me.
looking at you,
Right.
dog. Say money ain't shit. I'm
Not
like,
me.
hold on,
Hey,
dog.
babe, not me.
I
I'm
thought he
just
said
saying.
how long can I go?
Not me, babe. I'm just saying that. So we ain't playing that.
So okay, 2 weeks.
I think
Y'all
a week.
can go
I think
2
a week
2
probably would.
Why we gotta
Listen,
be
I-
trying to go without? Why you
Right.
working?
Because
Why
y'all
work
wouldn't give me an
ethic? Why
answer.
work
With,
ethic?
I'm
y'all
just
wouldn't
saying-
give me an
I'm
answer.
just saying
when
being
I say,
realistic.
how often do you
Just
want
being
to?
realistic.
Yeah, and after how long of not getting it would it be a problem? I say after a week, a question mark popping up. After 2
Exactly.
weeks, I'm talking to you about this thing.
because
like,
then
what
you
the
get
hell
But
is
a
going
week,
get
you
into
know,
it.
women have, periods and everything like
Well,
that.
that's
You
Yeah.
can't
We
say a
understand
week.
that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
You can't say
I'm
a
doing
week.
week
So
to
I
be
would say
straight
2
on
or
one
3
side, man.
weeks.
But you know, you can do stuff.
2 or 3
different
weeks, you
stuff
should be
during
Well, that's
that
why I
period.
said too, because that 1 week after your period, you gonna want it. So 2 weeks, like the only time we gonna miss a week, I feel like, unless we got like we got a problem, we fell out of some shit.
Right.
So after a
True,
week,
true.
even if you're on your period, after a week, you gonna want to do it in a week. So that second week and we ain't did it, yeah, it's a problem because what other reason do we have not to do it?
You
at this
right,
point?
because, and I feel like it would be a problem too because now you get into withholding sex, and that's a toxic trait. Like you withholding sex for a
Using
reason,
it
right?
as
You know,
a-
you
a-
using
a-
sex as a
a
weapon.
weapon,
That's the
yeah.
whole problem
You
in a
ain't doing nothing but hurting
relationship.
your
That'd be
damn
just like the guy who do the gift,
Like,
who's
about
using that
her,
as a
yeah.
weapon.
Right.
Like, well, I ain't gonna buy you nothing when I'm pissed.
Yeah, right.
just
Like, I'm
like-
pissed. We not doing it. I detest that. I detest such. A
Well,
thing.
who want to have sex when they pissed?
Me?
Me? Because I be like, hey, hey,
Well,
we-
I might want to let
Who
off some
wanna do
steam.
that?
No,
I
wanna
don't.
let off
Like,
some
you
steam.
pissed
Because
me
the
off.
things I usually do
You
to
think
you, I'm
I
not
want to
doing.
be freaky?
Turn your weak
At
ass
this
We
around.
time.
gonna, hey, right, we gonna take them out of it. You take the usual stuff out when you mad.
Like all the usual stuff.
Explain.
You finna get 17 pumps and the throwing
Right.
up.
Right.
Stop.
You know, I'm like, we did.
No,
And that's
my
it.
piss,
Fuck off.
You can kiss my ass.
You
at
done
this
said.
point.
And then look, that'll be,
not happening.
that's our pleasure then. Like,
That's
you know,
okay
y'all
for a
pissing.
day or 2 days, but
Mad
how long
pussy
you
be
gonna
good,
be
though.
mad? How long you gonna be mad?
I'll be
right?
straight, then.
Take
2
me a
days,
couple
3
days.
days.
You
talking about how long you be
Understandable.
mad about
That's
what?
understandable when you talking
If you
about
upset
a
about
week,
something.
2 weeks. Because I was mad 3 weeks ago. I'm still
I
not.
ain't gonna
you know,
lie.
He don't care.
I ain't gonna
That
lie. I had to
withholding.
learn. I'm a tourist.
Mean
I've
motherfucker.
declined
Listen, he
my.
will
I've
not
declined
bend.
the amount of
Stubborn
time
ass.
because I cannot talk to your ass for forever. You know what I'm saying? But
Yup, yup.
we in a
I'm an Aries.
relationship.
I'm about to
So
say.
the thing is, yeah, he an Aries. My boy a Aries, and he the same way. But what I'm saying is, I've learned to communicate better, and it's now she know, so she'll come to me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll be like, well, I ain't talking.
You
And
get mute
you
on
know
their
what I'm
ass,
saying?
like,
You know, and then she come in like, hey, give me a kiss, and I'll be like,
Fuck
I don't
off.
He be
want
like,
to. Yeah, I kiss her like, what the hell going
Right,
on?
right.
And then I say my little stuff like, well, you know, you pissed me off, blah blah blah. And then once she let me get it out, then we good. You know what I'm saying? But
Now
it's
we
like
fucking.
I had to
she
learn that.
soften you up and then you open up.
He don't care what's going on. He
no,
want
what
to
it
get
is-
freaky. I got
Yeah,
into a
I don't
car
care.
accident,
That's my
head
dog.
split
That's how you do
open,
it.
eyes
Oh,
black.
hell
He
no.
like, Barry, what's
She's beautiful.
Turn around.
She's beautiful to
You
me
sexy when
inside
you
and
fuck
out.
Hey, shit roll down
Inside and out, she's beautiful.
I got a neck brace on. I'm in the bed like,
You like hold
he
your
like,
hold your
babe,
brace
come on.
steady.
No, she was like, babe, I love
He
you.
wanna rub my
I
booty.
love
so-
you, babe. You still
you so
love
sexy
me,
when you
even though
cripple.
I'm ugly as hell.
That's when you know you. That's when you know how you
See,
want
you
to
doing that to try to make you feel better and shit. Like, you still
No matter
fine.
Go
what's
see her in the
going
hospital.
on, I
You'll
could
see
be in
how
the
bad some
hospital.
of it is.
I could be in the hospital. He like, babe, come on, babe.
That nigga ready, boy.
He don't
I'm just
care.
saying.
He told me, I'm just saying. I was like,
I ain't the average 51-year-old.
I got another question. I got a question for the ladies. I got a question for the
We
ladies.
got another question. That's
What
wonderful.
does it take, and why is it so difficult for y'all to be submissive to y'all man?
Okay, let me ask that. Okay, now what do you consider?
I'm gonna go to the car.
Okay, now what do you consider submissive?
That's what I
like,
was
far
gonna
as
ask.
what to what?
Y'all
degree?
know what the hell submissive is. Submissive is.
I mean, in what degree
it
though?
sir,
Like,
yes,
is
sir?
you talking about in a certain area, or are you just saying all over, just complete?
Overall.
Like what?
But
Every time a man say submissive, I think basically
such a
you supposed to
subjective
be
word.
like go in there and
No,
make my.
what
way.
I mean
No,
when
I
I
don't
when I
think
say
that.
submissive,
No,
I
it's
mean
too-
to trust him to
It's-
be
they
able
making me
to
feel a
make the
little
decisions,
slavery.
and to not slavery. It's about trusting him to make the decisions because you chose this person. Like she said in one of our previous episodes, you chose him to be the leader. You
Right.
chose to be with this person.
I did.
So if he's the leader,
thinking
then
that
you
was
have
you.
to trust him to make the decision. But sometimes the woman,
Don't agree.
some of y'all women want to be more of a dude than a woman. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's what he's saying.
But
far
I'm
as
saying
the issue
as-
of being
what I-
submissive or
what I think is-
trusting.
Trusting is basically you trust your man with finances. You trust him to make those decisions. You trust him to make decisions for the family. You trust him to make. But when I hear submissive, I automatically think like I was reading something today that a man said my woman's supposed to get up before 9 a.m. The house should be clean. The kitchen, the breakfast should be made. The laundry should
Like
be
they live
done
in the
before I
60s.
wake up.
They
I
live
read
in
that
the
today.
60s.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's
people
what I
take
think
it-
of.
Some people take it to the extreme,
See,
though.
stop right. That's where that traditional shit that's gone.
Yeah, it's
Ain't
gone.
no 60s of slavery.
It's
What's required of a woman
Yeah,
when you in the household with your man. It's like we're
But by
required to
9
take the
o'clock in the
garbage out,
morning-
cut the grass, do this,
Absolutely.
do that. It's things that come with us, just the things that come with y'all.
Right.
you know. For
And
me,
I'm also-
in terms of your question, right?
But what's considered submissive to
What
y'all?
what I'm saying is with the like you were saying with finances and stuff like that. With the woman, you saying trust him. Like say the man messing up, you speak to him in a manner to build him, to get him on point,
You just
not
don't
to
dog him
just
out.
dog him out to go off on him to the point where he loses confidence or
But
he
what
feel you know what
Are
I'm
the
saying.
duties of a submissive woman?
I feel like this to answer for BJ's specific question is what makes it hard, right? So if you a man and I gotta, the garbage need to be taken out. Oh, it's time to pay the rent. Oh, it's the grass need cut, and I gotta keep reminding you about stuff that you supposed to be on top of. That's your responsibilities, and how can I trust you? How can I submit to that?
Right.
Because
Yeah.
how can I
You're
submit
not
to
even
that?
submitting to you.
You're not even submitting to the role, to your role, and to your expectations in a relationship. How can I assume or trust that you gonna make decisions for the relationship, good positive relationship, when you procrastinate on everything that you are supposed to do as an individual, right? Like, that is what will help me be more submissive, and that will keep me from being submissive. If you're not a proactive man, it's really difficult or
You see,
ambitious.
a lot of women think
it's
submissive
gonna be a
means
dis-
controlling. That's not what. No,
And a lot of men think
that's what Shawnnie just
being
said.
a leader is
Ah,
being controlling.
That ain't being. How you a leader? And you
Or
control.
I'm just
Or-
saying,
or
a lot of
some-
men think leadership
reverse it,
equals
reverse it,
control.
reverse it. Some men think controlling is being a leader.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, that's what I'm
That's
saying.
what it is.
Yeah, and it's
Telly-
not.
Telly said a woman can't be submissive if a woman doesn't feel secure. So I think that's more of an issue.
Yeah, yeah. Like I want to
So
feel
secure
secure.
about what?
I want to be secure that I don't have to remind you to pay the damn rent. I don't
Some
have to.
women-
I
some
don't
women
have
can't
to.
be
I don't have to.
Do you
Because
just
they never
say
satisfied.
submissive or a team?
Okay, but what about the guy who doing all that? He going to
Oh,
work. He taking care of everything.
Baby,
he helping
he
you
ain't gotta
with your
worry about me.
kids.
I'm so
He
glad.
doing all this.
Y'all always
I'm so
say
happy.
that, but then
What
when it's
about-
time to
what
do
about
that shit,
that?
y'all
What
tired.
about
I
that
don't
guy?
feel like that. Y'all quick to say that shit.
I'm just saying, what about that guy who doing those things and it's still, it's like what's the issue with being submissive at that point?
That's
There
not
is no
everybody's
issue.
situation.
That's not an issue.
That's
I mean,
not
I was
everybody's
married.
situation.
I was submissive.
A lot of
wife
people, a lot of men want you to be submissive to some bullshit.
to some bullshit.
And
To
they
some
gonna
bullshit.
lead your ass right to hell.
Right.
With him. You know what I'm saying?
Man, some men want you to
How?
be submissive, like shut the fuck up, please. And
Oh
you
yeah,
shut the fuck
yeah,
up.
No,
No, that's
that ain't what we
bullshit.
talking about.
You know?
That's being controlling now. You're being controlling.
That's been abusive.
Shut the fuck up.
No, I'm saying when y'all argue, you tell that baby, just shut the fuck up, all right? I'm
No
done
woman
talking.
should ever do that.
No, because I mean,
Because
a
now I can't
true
talk.
leader is not gonna say that. A man that's in a leadership position is gonna be like, okay, babe, let's just talk about this later. That's enough right now.
And if you keep
And
going,
then that's fair.
Like
That's
y'all
like,
do.
If you
now
keep
if I
going.
keep
He said
going,
if
it's
you
like,
keep going,
nah,
like
I'm
y'all.
just a
He said,
bitch.
baby, would you please shut the
Then,
fuck up?
then that's coming out.
I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes that's necessary.
Yeah,
I ain't
shut
gonna
the.
lie.
You gotta throw a shut the
No,
fuck up in.
Somebody said no. Somebody said nope. You want to fight?
no, you soft as hell, weak as hell. Come on now. When you wrong, you wrong. Just saying what you tell me,
Yeah.
baby, you shut the fuck up. All right, baby, you right. I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
But you know
Yeah.
what? Some women like to be put in their place like that. Some women will
It
test the
turn them
borders,
on.
test the
Hey,
boundaries
bro.
to see if a man will have a backbone
Yeah.
or let
See if
let
you
you be
get-
walk,
Yeah.
let you walk all over.
And that's true
Exactly.
too.
I
That's
think I
true,
do
too.
test the waters a little bit.
You always test.
Get cussed
You
out.
have to.
If I get cussed out, I be
And
like,
then,
wow.
and then when you
Why
realize,
you tried
and
me?
then when they realize they done fucked up, now you want me to soften
Then I
up.
cry.
I
Then
tried.
I cry.
And then I can't take when she
Fuck
cry.
wrong
I
with you?
cannot take
and then
when
some
she cry.
and then
Right.
some women like
I
to
be like,
condition
I'm
their
sorry.
man.
Say,
I'm sorry.
Some women will wear their man down to condition them to be docile and be
Yeah.
Oh, I know,
not have a
right?
backbone and shit. So
Yeah, that's a
so
different story.
so yeah.
It's just like,
Telly
okay,
said
whatever.
it's fun sometimes to test the waters.
Get your ass drowned. That's what you gonna do.
And then when we cuss their ass out,
Yep.
Now my
They be
feelings
crying.
Now you wanna call your mama and talking about I called you this and this and that.
Oh, no, see, but
Tell
I
her
don't-
what
I
you
don't
did.
call her
Look, he
nothing.
crazy.
I don't
What
call
you
her
did.
nothing, but I just.
He crazy.
Hey,
when his voice get deep, I don't like
yeah,
that.
she don't like when my tone change.
She told me we just be a little bored. All right, well, turn the damn TV on then. Watch
You better work. You better do
Yeah,
a
I ain't gonna-
crossword puzzle.
Yeah, I don't call her that name and nothing, but my tone.
But that's
is
what I'm
changed.
saying. Like sometimes that checking is necessary because that's what they like to see. Yeah, right.
They gotta know they got a man. They gotta know they
But
have
it's
a
a
man.
way that
Right.
you do it. Like it's a way to
True.
it's a way to do it
It's a
without
way
being
to do it.
disrespectful. You know what I mean?
Without-
Especially if
that's
it's a woman
exactly
that you
what I was gonna
love.
say.
So it's a way of putting her in her place. Like
But I
you put her in her
think-
place, not
And that's what the
disrespect.
test is. That is what the test is.
I think most women
Are
already
you gonna
know.
get
How you handle the
disrespectful?
situation?
Right? Are you
yes.
about
Yeah.
to get disrespectful?
Like,
Are you
is
about
you
to
gonna
call
knock
me
me
out
out
my
like,
name?
okay, I can't
You
marry
about to
this
punch
nigga.
me
Oh,
in the
shit.
face?
Yeah, no, none of
What's,
that.
what's,
I
what's
think
gonna
most women
happen?
already know that they got a real man. Like that's not something.
That you need
Is
to
you
test.
confused about it? You can't be confused about it. You wouldn't even have chose him.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you wanted a pussy ass nigga, then that's what you should keep looking for.
Sometimes you gotta see a person at every season.
You have to see them in every aspect.
Guess what?
So-
When
so what do y'all feel
if
about-
I see somebody checking, doing they, you know how you supposed to do your checks and balances. If I see that come out of them on a regular, then I know. Then guess what? He ain't gonna have no problem with keeping it real. It's not about saying, "Oh, shut the fuck up." It's not that. It's like you said. It's done got to that because guess what? You won't shut up. But I think most women already know where their boundaries are,
Right, they know.
and some don't. Now the ones that test the waters. Listen, don't get to calling me talking about this.
How
He
your
done
life
went upside-
jacket
So
on?
how do y'all feel about
He done went
How your
upside
life
your
jacket
head.
on? That's all I can tell you.
He done went upside your head. He grabbed me. I'm like, what did you do?
What Nina said, you gotta put that helmet on.
You gotta put that helmet on.
You can put
Act
that
like you
helmet
got
on.
some
It's time to
shit.
go.
I'm about to go get my helmet.
So how often, or have any of you all ever? How can I word this? Like refinance your relationship. Like after over so many years, you could renegotiate the contract and say, "Are you still happy here? Are we still?"
That's too long. You gotta do that in a relationship
Yeah.
like every
Do that
three
very
three
often.
months.
I was about to say how
Yeah.
long.
That's
how-
like preventative
do you-
maintenance.
Do you do that?
And preventative
Number one,
maintenance.
do you do it? How often do you do it? And how exactly do you go about checking the refinancing
You go about
the
it when you feel it's
renegotiating the
rocky.
contract?
Yeah.
When it's real, you feel it's
We had
when
those
you feel it's
parties.
Like if you have a
unstable.
marriage,
When you
you know
feel
what
it's
I'm
unstable, you that's when you had that conversation.
Yeah.
Like,
3
babe, you
month
know, like
review.
we ain't been right.
That
You know what I'm
sound right.
saying?
We
We
have
ain't
a
been
little
right, and we don't usually be like this. And then that's when she'll be like, "Well, I'm
I've been
going through
feeling like
this,
this.
and I'm going." And I'll be like, "Well, yeah, we're working." And then we understand it's not each other because sometimes you'll take it personal, and that's where the issue come about. Because I'll be like, "Well, I ain't did nothing to her. Why she acting like this?"
Communication
You know
and
what I'm saying?
comprehension, right? And some people don't have these renegotiating of these refinancing type conversations. That's why a lot of
Call a
relationships
tune
go.
up, baby.
Yeah,
You
so
get the tune-up,
So
right?
it ain't no time period. It ain't. It's when you need it. It's when you see something in your
that
your
car not
partner.
getting up
When
like
your
it's
partner
supposed
not
to.
in,
Excuse
in
me.
that
Talk
in
about
that
it.
regular, you talk to him. You like, hey baby, what's going on? Is it something? And then first, is it something I did?
The key
You
thing
know,
about
so-
that is having a partner that you can communicate with and that will
Communication.
comprehend what you communicate.
That's
with,
important too, though. That's
'cause
very
if you try to
important.
reach out to them and talk to them about it, and they
Defensive.
not receptive,
They not
jump
receptive,
Yeah, they
yeah.
jump defensive and
And then you
all
got
of that.
some that just might feel the same way you feel and don't know how to bring it up. So
know how
then
to-
you bring it, they be like, I was feeling the
Feeling
same way.
And that's good though.
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
Right,
You
'cause we on the
said
same page. Okay,
But that's
why I ain't
important
tripping.
though. That's
You know what I'm
important,
saying?
and it's not a time frame. It's not every 6 months. It's not every 2 days. It's like when y'all feel that it's not a connection. You say something because the longer you let that connection, stay disconnected, it gets worse and further
But no,
and
we
further.
really ain't got time. Right now, we only got 1 minute left. I just looked at the
That's
clock.
what I'm
Okay.
saying.
Oh, y'all, we had a lot of more
All right,
questions.
yeah, because we
ran
wanted
this
to
out.
know the best sign
Okay.
that people dated, the worst sign, all that
Yeah.
stuff. That's what I really wanted to know, because
Yeah,
You
because
gotta
I'm,
say that
I'm
for
big
next
on them.
week.
I'm big on them signs.
Yeah,
for
but-
real, though.
but-
Yeah.
My worst,
Trying to
my
get
best
deep
and
with it.
worst was the same. Scorpio. I'm telling you,
'Cause I've
best
never
and
dated
worst.
My
tourists.
best was the Taurus.
yeah,
was
baby, the
Taurus.
Taurus, baby.
My worst probably was the Cap.
Worst
Oh
and
my
best.
God.
Worst sign
All
I dated
cap,
was
huh?
a Leo.
Leo, girl,
Worst
Leo.
Worst sign I ever had was a Taurus.
Yeah.
Stubborn, mean
Unevolved
Who was
Taurus.
yours,
He had an
Nina? What was yours,
unevolved
Nina?
Taurus.
Leo.
I
A
think my
Leo
best,
was your
The
worst.
main-
What was
the
your
main
best?
Taurus
my
is
best,
Who was
I
your
would say
best,
my
Nina?
best and my worst was a
I
Leo.
ain't had no.
Oh,
I ain't
yeah,
had no
man.
best
And your
yet.
worst?
Yeah, I
Man,
like the April.
Okay.
I like the April Taurus. Them motherfucking Mays.
April Taurus is more sensitive. At May Taurus is we
They-
on we.
No,
Yeah,
I
my
can
We
see
sister's
what-
birthday
we
was
sensitive
April
to a
30th.
point to where you break that bond and then we don't give a damn. You know,
Right.
now
You
you
know
done
what,
messed up.
you
You
done
done
jump
messed
rope
up.
Too
Yeah.
far.
Raging Bull.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I had a lot of good experiences with Aries too. I could say Aries was good experiences, but best and worst,
We got that
Scorpio.
fire.
Scorpio.
Scorpio was your worst?
Scorpio is my best and worst.
How was the
Make
same
that
thing?
Girl,
That's
y'all
what I
crazy.
said. My best and worst
That's,
was Leo.
how
different
polar. That's how
wah,
polar they are.
All right.
That's how
Different people.
Hey, yay.
All
All right,
we out,
y'all.
y'all.
We about to get ready to get out of here, y'all. We had a great time talking to y'all tonight about the dating pool. Everybody
It was a
going
fun
through
show.
whatever they going through.
I'll be back
But-
next week.
Yeah, we got BJ up in here. Look, he hooked now.
We got a new
So,
co-host and shit.
so we gonna see y'all next week. We gonna
Gemini.
we might be talking about morals and value and something like that. But we gonna try to keep it upbeat and give y'all something next week. But y'all tune in next week 7:00.
Thank you,
Soul
Sally.
Ties Talk. We got Shawnnie, Lady T,
y'all.
special guest host Nina Ross and
Always.
BJ up in the house.
Yep,
Hey,
next
y'all.
week,
All
baby.
right,
y'all.
I'm Ray the Real.
Talk
See
about
y'all
them.
next
See y'all
week.
next week.
All right.
All right.
You are now tuned in to 7